So today we are going to be talking about natural disasters, and this is standard 3, and it gets into the develop a natural disaster safety plan for a community. So that's that. Our objective is going to be, can I identify a natural disaster and develop a plan to protect my community? So when the students walk in, there's cones. So when the students walk in, I would give them like this thing, and there would be more natural disasters on it. But since it's only 2 of you guys, I'm just gonna give you like each of these, and then they would discuss. So then they would find people with the same card, and then they would discuss what they think that is. Also, I'm not the best artist, so you can flip them over.
Okay, I think I can tell what it is.
I'm glad you can.
Wow.
It's an earthquake.
Got it.
So basically what they do is that, and then they discuss it, and then they would talk about what they think an earthquake is, how it affects them. Like around here, I would ask like discussion questions, and then we would go for the PowerPoint. So this is why it's like hard to be timed, because there's other like little factors that I would put in there. But so Becca, what do you think yours is?
Earthquake.
An earthquake. What is an earthquake?
It's when the ground shakes and the earth breaks.
Good job. What do you think, Cameron?
I believe I have a tornado.
Yes.
Tornadoes happen when there's very, very strong winds, and so it creates a funnel that rips things off the ground.
Okay, he's a know-it-all. It's okay.
I'm
Can I tell your student that?
So,
I'm the slow kid and he's the GT honors kid.
So where do these things happen? Do you know?
Like the Midwest, typically.
Where do they happen, on land, or do they happen over
They
water?
happen on land.
So if they happened on water, do you know what that would be?
That'd be a hurricane.
Great. Do you know that we have hurricanes in the Pacific Ocean?
No, they're called typhoons.
Great. He's really, really smart.
He's got it.
Where do earthquakes happen?
So tell me what y'all put.
Yeah, along the fault line. Oh, sorry.
Along
Sorry,
the
that's
fault
that's
line.
Can they happen in the water?
Oh, well, yeah.
They can. So it's anywhere where like the ground is, their fault line is put off. So
Okay, yes.
then I would obviously have more as a class, like I said earlier. So I'm only going to discuss these 2 because I put you guys into 2 groups. So a tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface and the earth. And a columbus cloud is a rare case in the base of a cumulus cloud.
Water.
Yes.
Teacher, I think it's called a cumulonimbus cloud.
Okay. Can't really see it. So now we're going to watch a safety video on how you would react to a tornado warning.
Why is a budget necessary?
You're the aggravating kid that always has to be right.
And there's gonna be one in every class.
If your area is under a tornado warning, act now. You may only have a few minutes to get to safety.
Okay, and number 2, what is a budget?
Go to a safe room, basement, storm cellar, or the lowest level in a sturdy building. If there's no basement, go to the center of the building and away from windows and doors. Put as many walls as possible between you and the outside. Get under a sturdy object like a table and cover yourself with pillows and blankets. Use your arms to protect your head and neck. A helmet can offer some protection too.
Okay, and number 3.
Drive to a shelter immediately. If there isn't enough time and you are caught by extreme winds or flying debris, park the car as quickly and safely as possible out of the traffic lanes. Stay in the car with the seatbelt on. Put your head down below the windows. Cover your head with your hands in a blanket, coat, or other cushion if possible. Do not park under a bridge.
Okay, so let's go over the answers. So what did you put for number 1?
To keep track and manage.
If you are outside,
Yes.
Got it.
What is necessary to keep track?
and lie face down.
Okay,
Use
Kendall,
your
what
arms
did you put
to
for number 2?
protect your
What
head
is
and
a
neck.
budget?
I said a plan for
And
your
most
money.
importantly,
Correct.
watch out for flying.
And what y'all put for number 2?
Most of the
Everyone.
Make sure you guys
Perfect.
time, job number 1.
Okay.
Get
That's
weather
all.
ready.
Yay!
That's that. Mr. Beast. So that's because it's a tornado, so what do we do in a tornado warning?
Find a helmet.
See?
apparently.
Yeah. We get to the closest football field and steal a helmet.
Not exactly. So we're gonna get under a table and we're gonna put whatever we can under it or over us. And then yes.
But what if we're in the car and like my aggravating sister in the front took all the
You
blankets
need
and
stuff.
stuff?
Is it on top of it? Okay.
Took all the blankets and pillows in the car and put it over her head and just left me high and drive me back.
Well, your sister doesn't love you.
That's a valid point.
Oh, it's not.
That's just rude, don't you think?
So in that case, I would hope that a parent is present and that they help.
What if she throws me out of the car?
Well, I'm sorry. Your sister is so an earthquake. An earthquake is also known as a quake, tremor, or
It is, she said, Mom, that's it, but please read the
I don't
right?
know.
Sorry, what are
is
we? A tremor?
the shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from a sudden release of energy in Earth lithosphere and creates seismic waves. So that's what we talk about with the that happening. So what would we do in this case in this video? It'll play.
But everyone else doesn't have to be so. So we have to have 20% of our members. Okay, so we have to drive.
So none of y'all get caught.
Huh?
So none of y'all get caught.
None of us get what?
Caught.
Caught. Like, no. We don't.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to. Because that's what she was. That's what she was saying. She couldn't drive either, so I was like,
Where needed. Do you know how to drive, recover, and hold on?
I got knew what to do.
What if you're outside? Or in a car? After the shaking stops, look around. Figure out what to do. Stay away from damaged areas. Turn on a radio. Reach out for help. If you're trapped, do not yell about it. Stay calm. Only shout as a last resort. Once everything and everyone is safe, get prepared. An aftershock could be on its way. So before the earth shakes, the ground moves, and things start to fall, get prepared. Practice what you know, because an earthquake can happen anytime, anywhere. You never know.
Wow. Little Dr. Seuss moment there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do we do in the case of an earthquake?
We get under a table and we leave our cats in the dust.
It's up to you.
Don't yell so that you don't inhale toxic chemicals. Although,
Something.
Didn't you like not move until like 24 hours or something because of aftershocks?
So yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. Aftershocks. So we just feel a earthquake, and then we move. Could there be other aftershock things? Yes. So in this point, I would break apart the kids into groups, and then they would research, use their computers and laptops, and they would create a disaster safety plan for when we're in the classroom. And it's really hard because of the time.
I like that idea though.
But I would put them into the groups that they originally had, and then they would go and I'd give them, they could either do it on like a paper or they could create it on PowerPoint, and then you would demonstrate it to the class. So if you would like to work together now and choose one of these, and then show me how you could do that, or you can research a new plan. We can research a new one, like a new disaster.
I wasn't listening. I'll research mine.
Okay, that's, you don't wanna work together?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna go on your own for a moment, and then you're going to demonstrate to the class how, or what we do during this. I'm gonna give you a minute to think about what you do, and you're gonna demonstrate it. You're gonna actually do it.
See, this is why I'm over there.
You're going to demonstrate, Becca, what you would do in the case of your disaster.
It is yours.
Die. That's what I was
What are you gonna do? You gotta show the class so that we don't die. I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes. You can
You
use
have
your
that
laptop, you can draw it out, create a list. I told him it's better with like a whole class on this one because it would take more time.
Still gives us an idea.
The Coke on it? Good.
This over for me to put on here.
How's it going, Becca? Staying on task?
Yes.
Brandon's drawing a whole diagram over here.
Oh, that's because he's a smarty pants. Again, I'm the slow kid in the class, remember?
Later, but.
The duality.
I'm gonna hit him with something.
If you're done, you can go ahead and write a list of how you
Okay.
would do it. A minute left. You can go ahead and wrap up what you're gonna do. Remember, you're gonna demonstrate this.
Oh, it could be taken.
We're not talking about demonstrate, right?
Oh, great. Oh, lovely.
A couple seconds left. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. So, I'm an
Demonstrate.
achiever, right?
Demonstrate.
Well, first I'm gonna show so people know what I drew. I drew my house with a little tornado. I was gonna draw a basement, but I didn't have enough room, so I just drew him hiding under a table. So like, if there was a tornado outside. Ideally, I would want to get away from the windows and go like to the bottom floor, but assuming I can't, I would hide. I'm not gonna do it, but I would hide under the table and cover my head.
Okay, gotcha. So, Becca, what would you do?
First,
They're gonna be all.
make sure Brandon gets hit.
But, I mean, we can move ones.
Get under the table. Stay put until it is safe after the aftershocks. And then when over, check on everyone but Brandon for their safety. Are you okay? Was that hard? Like, what's that?
Brandon.
But
So,
Brandon.
Brandon, what would you do if you were in a place that you didn't know and there was a lot of windows, so like in an office area?
I'd
Go to the
pray.
So-
I'd probably, if I didn't know, like I said, I would still probably try and find the lowest point to go to.
Good job.
If I found like a blanket or something, I'd cover myself with that.
So you cover yourself up with as many objects as you can.
Right.
You kind of barricade yourself in, same with you, Becca, and make sure that we wait for that aftershock. So, in other instances, there are different things you can do with different natural disaster plans, and it is important to always have those things. So when you guys go home, make sure that you have a plan with your parents. If anything can happen, there's a lot of different ones. So we go. Oh. 60 seconds. So these are other ones that could be used. So we've got like
Oh, this isn't
Rain.
a lot of rain, so flooding, high winds, a tsunami, a forest fire,
The one I'm doing.
a volcanic
Is this like
eruption,
a scenario?
tornadoes, a drought, the earthquake, or like a dust bowl type thing, or a landslide. I can do that too. So any of these numbers, any of these things can happen. And if I was like with you guys, I'd also get like a pamphlet out with the things. So most of the time, this would be done during like a natural disaster like week, and then the school would also be doing
Like the drills and
drills and stuff throughout it. So that is about it.
Very good. Very good lesson.
Sorry, I was
You
trying
still
to
have
read.
9 seconds left.
It's okay.
You did not meet your
You pressed the
15-second minimum or 15-minute minimum.
Maybe your phone's over there.